Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Savannah Elizabeth and today we're going to talk about Becca Cosmetics. I am heartbroken that they are leaving the makeup space. And they're shutting down and everything. It's really hard to think about it. And I wanted to sit down and use all my Becca goodies that I can. One of them is not going to make it into the video because, well, I have two of that product and one stays in my purse. The Ultimate Love Lipsticks. I've got 3 of them total, and as I mentioned just now, 2 of them are in the same shade. This video is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell to see more of my goofy face. I upload every Tuesday and Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And let's just get right on into this. I'm going to start off with this beautiful thing. It is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid in Pearl. Let's give it a shake. It's been sitting around in a drawer for quite a while. Oof. Forgot how thick it is compared to the Glow Lust from Auric, which I've been using and wearing under foundations a lot. And just kind of put this everywhere. I don't know. Don't wear liquid highlighters and all of that very often, but oh well. For Becca, it's for Becca today. Yeah, I am completely shocked. It all took me by surprise that they're leaving. Wow, I couldn't believe it. I was like, nah, that's a joke. I haven't actually used a whole lot of makeup from the brand. I tried their hydrating powder, the Hydro Mist, I believe it was called. I was not a fan. I found it to darken my foundation and concealer a good 2-3 shades. So I was not a fan of that. And then I've tried other shades of their highlighters. I had that amethyst one that was purple, that was beautiful, but just wasn't really everyday wearable for me. And then there was the, what was it called? Oh, I've had Champagne Pop Minis, but I found it just to be a little too dark for my taste. Next, I'm going to grab my Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. I'm really going to miss this product. At the end, I will give you a quick overview on the products that I'm using in this and tell you more about how I feel about everything. I can tell you right away though, this is a product I'm really going to miss. The Liquid Shimmering Skin Perfector highlighter thing, I just never really used, so I'm not really going to be too heartbroken about that. But this is my #1 thing I'm going to miss from the brand. I love to just put it all over my under eyes, my eyelids, and then get a little bit on the sides of my nose. Grab my beauty blender and press that in. I don't know why I pressed that on my forehead, but I did. So it's beautiful. It's brightening. Like, it's everything to me. It took me a while to start even attempting to use this. I was just like, But I like to use this with just a dab of concealer and go without foundation. But we have a Becca foundation. This is the Becca SkinLove Weightless Blur Foundation in linen. I've gone through a whole one of these pretty much. It was one of my favorites for quite a while. The packaging is adorable. That is not the right lid. Let's put this lid. I should probably put the lid on the corrector here. I am so close to being done with that thing though. Oh man. I'm going to have to probably go and restock. this shade was one of the first foundations where I was like, oh, I actually like this shade match. It's really great. And then after a while, I'm like, I don't know. I then found my favorite go-to foundations for shade matches, or in the shade match category. There. Got that everywhere. It's a little bit more yellow than I generally prefer, but it's pretty. Just not my go-to favorite any longer, but seriously, it was for quite a while. Like, it gives me a bit of coverage. It isn't too much, and it's not heavy, not thick. It's beautiful. Just not that perfect shade. I do really wish more brands would come out with lighter foundations in more of a cooler undertone. Like, I like cooler stuff. I like light and cool. But you can see some of that dewiness from the highlighter is showing through. Takes a little bit more work to blend than my go-to NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in Oslo. I wear that one so much. I've got its complete shade name, every detail about that name in my brain. So I'm going to conceal and set my face, but those are not Becca products, so I'm just gonna quick tell you. I have the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Powder in Lavender, E.L.F. Hydrating Camo Concealer in Fair Rose, and I brought my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Ethereal Light. So I'm going to use all of those and just have everything set and ready. With my base all ready for the next couple products, I'm gonna say it is clinging to some of my more dry spots, but it's still pretty. But it's more so like something you're gonna wear when your skin is more hydrated. No active, like, dry, crusty breakouts. I'm gonna leave it there for all of you. Next I have is a bronzer. This is the Becca Sunlit Bronzer in Bali Sands. It's beautiful. It's just normally a little bit more warm toned than I like, but let's go for it. And it's pretty fair. Like, woohoo. My brain's like, all right, Savannah, you're not really seeing much progress right now. Then I'm also like, you know, the moment you're done filming and you look in an actual mirror, you're gonna be like, ooh, Savannah, you went a little overboard with the bronzer. Why do I know that? Because that happens like every freaking time I do bronzer for a video. I'm just basically using this brush to place the bronzer. And I go and grab a more fluffy brush here to blend everything in. I'd learned the trick of placing it up higher, almost to where you put highlighter, because when you blend it, it tends to migrate downward. And yeah, it really does, and it looks really lifted. But this is not going to be something I'm going to be super sad about. I've got so many bronzers, and this isn't really my type any longer, but for a long time it was. It was the only bronzer I really hadn't enjoyed. Also, there is some dewiness through the foundation and my matte powder. I did also put a little bit of the Hourglass powder, so that brought a tiny bit back of, wow, it brought a tiny bit of luminosity back. Next, I have a powder highlighter. This is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Vanilla Quartz. This is my favorite shade, but I tend to gravitate towards pink highlighters. So, why am I grabbing an eyeshadow brush for that? No, naughty, Savannah. So, no, that one's dirty. I'm gonna grab this. It is such a beautiful light highlighter, and it is blinding. I have plenty of highlighters in my collection, so I'm not too upset about it, but see, Becca had some of my favorite highlighters back when I first started playing with makeup. Like, they didn't really seem to evolve that much from what I could tell. I'm gonna grab the bronzer here and use that as a crease shade for my eyes. I don't feel like they really evolved. They didn't grow. They had that whole no pigment foundation, which just was quite the flop. I'm sorry, if I'm gonna put some on my face and call it foundation, I need to see it. I need coverage, not just blurring. I watched so many reviews on it. I was curious. I think everyone really was with that. But that feels like so long ago now already, and I don't know what happened, Becca. What'd you do this for? Like, build that up a little more on each side. But I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking with that launch. I am still very confused with that whole, thing. It was more of a primer than a foundation. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they just kind of got swept away, which is really sad to think about in general for like any brand. When I first started wearing more high-end makeup, learning more about makeup, all of that, Becca was a big name, something you heard in almost every video on YouTube. Becca highlight, Becca bronzer. That's what happened with me, Becca highlight, Becca bronzer. And I was like, I really like their highlighters. I want to try a foundation. I want to try a lipstick. That shade's pretty. I like how they have cool tones and warm tones and neutrals labeled on those products. So that really caught my eye. I'm gonna take a bit of the highlighter again on my finger and just put that right on my inner corner. I feel they just didn't evolve. They didn't change with the trends, which is really sad. They were like the queens seriously, they were. But they just got left behind. And they just couldn't catch up, which is really sad to think about. I'm gonna quick use my Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in Party and set my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter, and I will be right back. Whew. My face is thoroughly soaked. We're gonna go into their lipsticks. I have these two shades, which are Sugar and Petal. Sugar was actually kind of damaged when I picked it up. It's got a hair in it from swatching and doing a video the other day. And decluttered lipsticks. These two stayed. This one I'm gonna swatch for ya. Sugar and Petal. I really love the packaging. It's so beautiful, simple, and magnetic closure. I really enjoy that they have cool tones labeled. So Petal, so Sugar, Petal. I'm gonna start off by putting Petal all over my lips. They are so creamy, buttery smooth, and have such a beautiful finish. I'm obsessed with these. I'm gonna take a little bit of sugar and just layer that in the middle, just to lighten that up a hair. I'm really contemplating going and grabbing a whole bunch of these if I can find them on sale or anything. I really love the formula. I love the colors. I love that they have cool toned options. I'm really heartbroken about these two. Out of everything, that's probably what I'm the most upset about. Lipsticks and the Under Eye Corrector. I'm gonna quick put my mascara on, then we can go in depth talking about each of the products. Okay, so for mascara, I use the Tarte Maneater mascara. I've been testing it out and really enjoying it a lot. Okay, so let's grab everything here. Oof, lid on, please. All of these babies. Let's go in order. The Shimmering Skin Perfector, honestly, I probably was going to get rid of it in my upcoming declutter, but I don't know if I can now. I'm sad, and I know I won't be able to change my mind and repurchase it. So I'm not in love with it, but I don't hate it. It's just kind of there, not something I really do gravitate towards. We'll see what happens in my declutter. There's a chance this will go, but I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. Ah! Get back there. The Under Eye Corrector, I have it in light. Where's the name? Where does it say? I don't know. Huh. Thought they had a shade, but I looked online and it looked already sold out, so I'm very sad about that. But if I can find it, I will be repurchasing this because I really love this. I use it almost right every time I do my makeup lately. Yeah. I like it. I like it. It just really helps me not have to wear a full face of makeup and still look beautiful, in my opinion. It's my go-to. It's my baby. It's my love. And I really wish I had fallen in love with this a lot sooner, and then maybe I would have run out of it and had to purchase it already and had to back up already in my collection. I don't know, but I'm really heartbroken about that one. The foundation, that might be a good one for in the summer for me when my skin is less dry. It's still wintry. It's still just blech. Dry air, dry skin. So this is not a good one for me at the moment. But I know it's not something I can repurchase because I remember, I believe I saw that they were getting discontinued quite a while ago. So I definitely am keeping this in my collection. The highlighter and bronzer. I've tried so hard to see if I could hit pan on this bronzer, and I couldn't, and I'm just not that big of a fan of it, honestly. So this is likely going to end up in the declutter pile. The highlighter, it might end up in that declutter pile also. I'm not in that gold scheme, color scheme very much, and I don't really want to recommend in videos something others can't get. So this is likely going to end up decluttered as well. I want to have products that people can watch a video, see how they look, and go, ooh, I want to go out and buy this. And you won't be able to, which is really sad. The lipsticks I'm obsessed with. I'm going to keep them. I'm going to love and cherish them. But I think these are going to have to just start not being in as many videos unless it's just I'm throwing on something for a lip off camera and not something I'm recommending, which, oh, that breaks my heart. The formula is to die for. I really recommend going out and picking up some of these lipsticks if you can, especially in the cool tones because they aren't really replicated in my collection. So I'm very sad, but I feel like Becca just kind of fell off. They got lost along the way, and that happens, and sorry, Becca, but we're gonna love you and we're gonna miss you. If you did enjoy today's video, please don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell to see more of my goofy face. Really do hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on my next one. Don't forget, run and buy Becca before they're gone. Love you all. Bye.